What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Music NFT Podcast. Brock and Aaron back at it again. And Brock, what are we saying?
We are fucking back, baby.
We are so back. The crypto space is alive and buzzing.
And we never left.
And we never left. Not like those shady people who jumped in and jumped out. We were here holding down the fort.
Remember our episodes 12 months ago where it's like, well, just sharing some positivity between each other, sharing some positivity vibes with you guys out there, with our listeners. And I hate to say it, but what goes around comes around. And that's the crypto market for you, baby.
And if you're listening to those episodes, God, I wish you were putting away some money into Bitcoin and ETH and all these other tokens, because
it's all moving.
We are up. We're in the green.
It's all moving. It doesn't matter. You could have chucked a rock in, mate. You would have hit something that has gone up. The last 2 months have just been up with a little boost over the last week. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about music. We're here to talk about music NFTs, the music market, and artists. Are here to help small artists. What can you be doing when the market is booming, baby? You should be releasing music NFTs. That's what you should be doing, because you'll be making bank.
Yeah, Brock and I have spoken how we're in this period now where crypto is finally feels like it's getting back to, where it was a few years ago, where it was that huge bull rush market. And so we think we're on the verge of that. And we're Brock and I we're going to sit down tomorrow and make a game plan on what we want to do when the market comes back fully. There will be another influx of people who are hearing the news and going, oh yeah, I should jump back in and see if I can make some money. So the space will become flooded again very soon. And it's important to kind of have a plan about what you want to do and to maximize on that.
Well, it even goes back into our project and Project DJ. We've already made a plan to, we never really spent any of the money that we made from Project DJ. So we're looking to reinvest that straight back in and offer, I don't know whether it'll be a couple of prizes or, one package, but we want to spend around about, I think we made about $2,500 in total off the project. So I think that's what we want to reinvest into, that, as we want to keep that Discord open, because we still believe in that idea. It just, our time is very time poor still. This podcast is literally filmed at 8:00 at night on a Thursday, because that is the time that we have available.
Yeah.
But in saying that, it's been a really crazy day today. Fred again is in Australia, and I hate to say it, but the podcast is always right, isn't it, Aaron?
It is. It's all there. History will show that on the record we were right.
The Music NFT pod is nothing but 100% right. Fred again is he basically landed and sold tickets that night to the Sydney Opera House, sold it out in a couple of hours, basically. It was 5 minutes, really, but there were still tickets that you could buy at the Opera House, those kind of things. Then waited a couple of days and announced shows. I think he waited for the weekend to be done and then announced some shows literally last night, and then sold them today. And they sold out each place. I think most of them were like 20 cap venues, and he sold 3 locations in Sydney, 3 locations in Melbourne, 1 on the Gold Coast, and they all sold out. I didn't even get to a point where I could buy a ticket. Luckily, I had Aaron in line and Blake and just all my friends in line. So I scored a couple of tickets, which I'm excited about. But that's not the most interesting part. He's doing a bunch of secret shows while we're here, and we had got a little behind the scenes because we are a part of the industry and part of the scene. One of our friends owns a club that Fred's doing a private show at, and lo and behold, tonight he is using a WhatsApp group to identify and recognize people that are his fans he was posting on his socials and it's like, if you want to be the first in the know in when I come to your location, please join this group. And then obviously there must be some program behind it because it's separating people into areas and then identifying certain things. So from the DMs we saw, they're identifying people that had birthdays. They just went through. It's like basically just picking people out. I would say not at random. It looks like they've been pretty concerted on who they wanted to invite to these parties to make sure it's not just, because I suppose if you hold a party at a venue, smaller venue like these as well, you run the risk of obviously the venue giving away heaps of tickets to people that you don't necessarily want to be there. It looks like he's handpicking a crowd that he knows is going to be a fun event for him. But just the power of text message groups, the power of WhatsApp. There's obviously a program behind what he's using. I don't know what it is. I'd love to find out. If we figure anything out, we'll let you know. But these are the kind of things you do to grow a fan base. He now has access every time he comes back in his country to that data. That's his data now. Half of Australia that's between 18 and 30 is just giving him, what do you want? I'll be there, man. Just here's all my data. Have it.
And
Bank it.
Everyone is hanging on whatever message he wants to deliver. They're like, give us a couple of breadcrumbs, Fred. We need to eat. We're hungry. We want to come see you. Where are you at?
And he's been leaving, like little clues. I think people had him down to come to Australia because he posted it like a story with him with Vegemite in his hand. This is the kind of artist that 2024 needed. It's just showing you a different way and stuff that is big in the music NFT industry. Like in this market, all that kind of stuff, like that mystery, surprise, data. He has it all. Release a music NFT already, Fred. Come on, join the club. You're right there.
Well, and he also has a Discord. He has an official Discord where he pops in and out and chats with his fans as well. The fans in there are buzzing, talking about where's the shows at, what's going on, where's he going? He's in Australia.
The Discord should just be called "Where's Fred?"
And he's like, Brock admitted defeat today. He said he thought Fred might have been silly for committing to these large venues.
I thought he'd overcommitted.
3 nights in each city, and all of them sold out. And that is the power of a fandom and engaging with your fans and keeping them in the loop and wanting to do things with them. That is the power of it. You have super fans that will pay whatever to get tickets to come see you whenever you're there because they love you so much.
And he's built this up over time as well. Like you can see from any show that he's done, wherever he is in the world, it's always that like give back. It's never trying to do the biggest venue possible. Like he could have just done one show in a stadium in both Sydney and Melbourne and filled them both, 100,000 people in both, because he basically had that many people. If you get the venue caps, but he went, no, I still need to keep it where it's engaging for people to see me on the stage. That's the style of my show. That's how I want to keep it. So how do we keep it like that? Yeah, I just can't commend the guy enough. People are like, he's done, he's over, he's boring, like he's mainstream now. I just don't see any mainstream artists promoting like he does. So I think you're wrong, guys.
Hey, guys, you're wrong. Wake up. It's Fred. He's got a message for you.
I mean, even we got behind the scenes of his security vetting people that so this private party that's on, his security are vetting the people that are going to the party, that are on guest list that aren't people that they've handpicked. So if that shows you how he's trying to basically build his brand, like I want my party
curating the party to be a certain way,
exactly the way he wants it. I don't want any trouble. Here's the people that I want to be there. Just kudos. Nothing else I can say. I'm done.
Yeah. So we're very excited for the shows that we're going to. We'll be going to the Gold Coast show, and we'll also be going to the
We almost couldn't get any tickets.
So.
We almost couldn't get any tickets, and now we're going to 2 shows. Sick.
So we'll definitely have a recap, I'm sure, of what they were like. But yeah, I mean, from the footage alone of the Sydney Opera House show, it's just like everyone there is there for
there was barely a
those
phone
moments,
in the sky. It was
and
just
it's like yeah, just people living in the moment, having a good time. And that's what we can't wait for. So very exciting, very exciting.
I have
and yeah, again,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and again, yeah, a great artist blueprint to be looking at. And if you're like, you don't have to be on.
You could do this
Fred
on a small
Again's
scale
level.
Yeah,
It's like you start small and it builds. So don't be like, oh, I don't have the millions of followers that Fred does. Fred didn't always have millions of followers.
As of literally 2 years ago, he didn't have. He blew up because of a boiler room set. That's it. He was already working behind the scenes with good artists, but he was doing that on the low. He didn't want the fame, and then he just got famous because he was working hard. But yeah, that you can do these kind of things with a small group. Fucking Rome wasn't built in a day vibes. Like, just start working on it. And what you can here is a tool that has just come to TikTok that, as long as you aren't signed to Universal Music Group, that you can use and have your fans use. TikTok just added a TikTok ad. It's called the Add to Music feature. So this feature allows users to, when they hear a song playing, so a song's been added to, if you've added your song to your TikTok and it's playing, a user can click on it and then access that song via Apple, like on their Apple Music player. So they can literally go from TikTok out into the player and save your song. So that TikTok letting people go off their app, number one, amazing. Like every app's against that kind of shit. I don't know why, but this is going to be like, they're really showing their hand about. I think they're really like, it's again like when I laughed about how big this UMG versus TikTok thing's going to get. I think they're doing this shit to fuck with UMG.
100%. They're gonna be like, oh, all right, we'll show you what we can do.
Yeah. We'll be all about music. We'll be all about artists. That's all we'll do now. We're just going to do music. TikTok is music.
We're going back to Musical.ly.
Yeah. So, this is a little glove slap, baby, to the face of UMG, but it's great. The feature, it's just going to be another beautiful way, for artists to be discovered and have songs saved, have songs played, and go viral via TikTok. I'm all for it. I think it's a very valuable tool. I think you need to get around it.
That's where a lot of artists are blowing up and the songs are going viral. So it absolutely makes sense to be able to go, oh yeah, this is a sick song. Let me add it to my playlist right now. Do you know if you can do pre-saves and stuff with it, or is it just if it's on, it has to already be on Spotify? It's just up to
you. You would just click. You would end up in the song, and then you would be like, oh, I mean, if you can have it as a pre-linked song, I don't know. Yeah, it's something interesting. We'll have to go investigate that.
Interesting. But yeah, that is it for us this week. Join the Fred Again hype train because we are up front and loving it. We will.
Can't wait to get some merch. Give me some merch.
Oh, God, there better be merch stand.
Buy it all.
Make sure to rate,
review,
ETH? Subscribe. Do you accept IMX because Brock's got a bag? Make sure to rate, review, subscribe, leave comments.
This isn't financial advice.
Leave a review. Share this episode with a friend, maybe a friend who loves Fred Again, and we will see you on the next episode. Bye.
See ya.